It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get a look here at Devontae Adams. He comes in fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Jets and the Patriots, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since New Year's Eve, so we have to say Happy New Year, one and all. And partner, Happy New Year to you. This is it. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Marcus Jones, a return man. Jones breaking from the contact. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that, and they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. You talk about this Jets defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the number 1 overall offense in the league.
And he will have the Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jermaine Johnson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Well, the Jets offense ready to take over, and they do so behind the now 40-year-old quarterback. He hit that milestone back on December the 2nd. Here is Aaron Rodgers.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On play action, Rodgers. This is caught by Evans. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Throwing is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
In motion left goes a tight end.
They'll try to run with Hall. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. This is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Zerline's kick is up and through.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pack. Drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Protection certainly going to need to. Here on 2nd and 16. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
Pushing his way through.
Wrap up.
Still moving.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New England's offense set to go.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Back to throw.
That one behind his man, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken right around the 44. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And this is caught by Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's a gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Jets.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Jets at 14-2 heading into this final week. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now, because to me, favorites to go all the way, because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal, New York.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little... Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Osborne motions left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Once more, Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this season with the Jets winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. 2nd and 10. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 25. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall
with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Patriots, nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Henry. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
This is brought in at the 21. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you,
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Running game working, they'll stick. Down. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. The sack sets him back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Sly able to put this one through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll have a Jets first down as he gets this up past the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Rodgers. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Evans has it left side. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Osborne. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll set up a throw.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Dolphins who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll head east. It's on to Cincinnati as we check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. As you can see, the score there.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Jets going to take over on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what...
pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Hall has it knocked loose, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Covered his own fumble. You know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line.
First down, Jets.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
On play action, Rodgers. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. The end result, 21 yards.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
Shedding the tackle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll take this down to the 33.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers.
Wilson's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 2-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 2-point conversions? That's difficult.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, some strong running.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Straight ahead is Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Jones now on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New England's offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here,
This one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender, because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. At times, because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. A handoff for Hall. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On play action. Now Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. They'll give to Hall. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 14.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Evans, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
On the draw, it's Gibson.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now back to throw. Complete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he'll get this back. Striping down to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A give running right is Hall. And he's got this down to the 35. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. 148 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
They'll go again with Hall. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Patriots coming out now. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's a give to Hall.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
1st down, New York.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Gets past one man.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. Rodgers now to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 22-yard line.
1st down, Jets.
Give to Hall running right. Brought down at the 20. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2nd down and 8.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Patriots 7-yard line.
Rodgers throwing here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
This player's development trait is hidden. Put him in. The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jags and the Jets, and it's coming up next.
Strap in, the first of 3 on this Sunday. What a day we have in store. Super Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, the last active player remaining from the 05 draft, and a name that dominates headlines year-round, Aaron Rodgers.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And right away, he lost the football. One of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2. One of the game's stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Hall. And he'll take this ahead from... second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Rodgers going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to the ground with Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it off it, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
Still third down.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the counter, Etienne. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Lawrence. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, for the offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was there, partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch. This group, they got pushed back in an early series, kept their composure, and made a big play. Momentum their way.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. This is 2nd and 8.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, Lawrence. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On second down, a run with Etienne. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
They go play action now. Lawrence, nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A bad third down mistake there.
Points were already on the board in their mind. And that's the worst part about it, right? Because it's just like in golf. Never count it in the cup until it rolls in there. Otherwise, you can really get messed up with your scores. In this case, you know they thought, hey, at least 3, maybe even a chance to get 6. It's a little bit demoralizing going off the field now that you've turned it over and you come up empty.
Yeah, if he holds on to that, at least the field goal on fourth down. Now they lose it. Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On second down, a run with Hall. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 51 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the road to this playoff matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way. Otherwise, that cloth's going to be on the ground.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Hall. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try to run with Hall. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now out come the Jags. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
This is fielded at the 27. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. The Yeoman's effort on that last drive. 7 carries, got the touchdown as well. And the O-line probably got a little extra oxygen on the sideline in between.
And deservedly so, because they were also calling for him to continue to get the ball, because there's a rhythm that gets established, right? When you're running it well and the back's getting the ball and he's in sync and reading blocks, and the offensive line wants to continue to pound away. Haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than he likes to run block. And that last drive, we saw the end result, didn't we?
Yep, and all were rewarded with a trip to pay dirt. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On first down, Rodgers. He completes it to Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. To throw, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
On third down, here's Etienne. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Ball again on second down. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Here's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Touchdown Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Eluding the pressure right.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, now Rodgers. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 36 yards. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs. The second half of this AFC wildcard game. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Down the numbers. There he goes. Now he's loose at the 40. Christian Kirk. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Lawrence. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Lawrence. This is going to be incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. Hasn't been a lot of comfort in the pocket. He's been under pressure all day.
You're exactly right. Instead of taking another hit, he just heaved that one away. I'd love to see him be able to stand in there and make the throw and try and pick it up on third down. But I'm not the one in there taking the hits either, so I totally cannot blame him for that one. Those hits are definitely catching up.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
On the return is Gibson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence.
That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
ETN up the middle.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
And they'll go again with ETN.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Lawrence now off the bootleg.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Jermaine Johnson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world.
Got his man, it's caught. Jaguars. Christian Kirk, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fielded at the 33. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. Laying it.
Lawrence, and he's got the football. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Lawrence. And it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter, and the entire fourth remaining, so stranger things have happened.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, having back on their heels, but they want a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Oh, offensive nightmare there. You go for it on 4th, and the play doesn't even really get to develop a sack.
And it's so unfortunate, too, because you think you've got something good called, but if your offensive line can't hold up, that's often the result. They find a way back to the quarterback.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouth. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A toss left side for Hall.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding the clock.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll run with Hall.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chance.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Sometimes offense can get... the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Washington now brings this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lawrence will throw.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game.
2nd and 6. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Rodgers.
And that is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are
them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.